Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third annual Shoreline Community Champion Awards. We are doing something here that is not every week. We have beyond capacity for this room, which is fantastic. But I really want to encourage folks to use the outside space. I'm embarrassed to say that even though I've been in the city council for 10 years, that's the first time I've ever seen those doors open. So we should take full advantage of it and enjoy the outside if you can't find a seat in the room. So I'm Keith Skelly. I'm on the Shoreline City Council, and while all our official proceedings in this room are always recorded, this event might be your first, so I feel compelled to say, smile, you're on lots of cameras. And the advantage to it is that even folks who can't be here can still watch the proceedings, and we've learned through City Council that a lot of folks do tune in online, and it is fantastic. So welcome to everyone who is at home as well as everyone who is here. With all of that, let's get started. So tonight is all about celebrating the people, businesses, and organizations that make Shoreline such an extraordinary place to live, work, and build a life. I can't imagine a more wonderful way to kick off Celebrate Shoreline Weekend. We're joined tonight by all the honorees we're here to honor, as well as Representative Lauren Davis, present? Not quite. Representative Cindy Ryu, however, is right there. We've got Patty Hale with the North City Water and Sewer District. We've got the president of the Shoreline College, seated at the back. We've got council members Valerie Snyder, Annette Adamasu, and Laura Mork, along with city manager Bristol Ellington, and all of our wonderful staff. But first, before we turn it over to all those folks, I have the distinct privilege of introducing a leader who is deeply invested in the fabric of our city. That's the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce president, Matt Souza. Matt? Right there you go, hiding exactly outside of my peripheral vision. Matt's a Pacific Northwest native. He and his wife live in Richmond Beach with their 3 young children. And professionally, he brings a wealth of experience as a founding partner at a local law firm representing startups and small businesses. His impressive background also includes serving as in-house counsel at tech companies, advising entrepreneurs in private practice, and working in public service in Washington, D.C., that's the bad Washington, focusing on environmental, land use, and energy policy. He earned his BA at Whitman College, his JD from the UW School of Law, and an MBA from the UW Foster School of Business. Matt's, as did Cindy, Matt's community involvement across Shoreline is truly remarkable. Beyond his leadership at the Chamber, he serves on the board of the Richmond Beach Community Association, and in April, he began a 4-year term as a new Shoreline Planning Commissioner. He is a passionate advocate for smart, sustainable growth and a tireless champion of our local business community. Please join me in welcoming Shoreline Chamber President Matt Souza.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, everyone. As Keith mentioned, I'm Matt Souza, the president of the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce. And on behalf of our board and our members, we welcome you to the 3rd annual Shoreline Community Champion Awards. Tonight is a celebration, but it is also a reminder of how a community is built. Shoreline is stronger because people here notice what needs doing, bring others to the table, and stay with the work. The people we honor tonight have done exactly that in business, in civic life, the arts, education, and service. In only 3 years, these awards have become a proud Shoreline tradition. We welcome back previous honorees, and we add new names to a growing group of people and organizations whose leadership has made a lasting difference. Before we begin the awards, it is my privilege to introduce a leader who understands both business and public service, Shoreline Deputy Mayor Eben Poby. Born in Ghana as one of 8 children, Eben followed a path of education from the University of Ghana to Concordia University, where he earned his MBA and met his wife, Harriet. Together, they chose Shoreline as the place to raise their 4 daughters. Eben also brings deep business expertise. He is the CEO of 2 financial technology companies that provide cloud-based financial tools to small businesses and nonprofit organizations. As a co-founder and the artistic director of JHP Legacy, he has helped to expand cultural arts programming in our community. His civic service reaches across our region, from the Board of Trustees at Shoreline College to King County's For Culture Arts Advisory Committee and the Seashore Transportation Forum. In every role, he has brought a collaborative spirit and a clear commitment to opportunity. Please join me in welcoming a friend to our business community and a dedicated public servant, Deputy Mayor Evan Pobey.
All right, thank you, Matt. Thanks to everyone gathered here this evening. You might ask, why am I wearing white? It's not a wedding, it's a celebration. So thank you all for being here to celebrate our distinguished volunteers. For that incredible introduction, Matt, you make me sound like someone I would like to meet. And thank you to the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce for helping to put on this wonderful event. This celebration tonight is a great example of how essential the Chamber is as a partner to the city. And that is why earlier this week, I was thrilled to share Mayor Betsy Robertson's proclamation of today, August 14th, 2026. I think it's a special day. If you will indulge me, it is my honor to read the proclamation to you now. I'd like for you to see so you don't think it's fake. It's right here. Whereas the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce was established on August 4th, 1976, and has served as a vital advocate and a resource for the local business community for 50 years, and whereas the Chamber actively fosters professional relationships, expands skill development, and provides the strategic connections necessary for businesses to navigate challenges and achieve lasting success. And whereas the Chamber plays a critical role in driving regional economic development and supporting municipal job creation targets, ensuring that Shoreline remains a thriving place for families to live and work. And whereas through annual initiatives like the Business and Community Resource Guide, the Chamber celebrates the vibrancy of Shoreline while connecting residents with the diverse services right in their own neighborhoods. Now, therefore, I, Evan Pobey, Deputy Mayor of Shoreline, on behalf of the Shoreline City Council representing Mayor Robertson, do hereby proclaim today, August 14, 2026, as Shoreline Chamber of Commerce 50th Anniversary Day in the city of Shoreline. With this, I encourage all residents and local businesses to join in celebrating this exceptional milestone and recognizing the Chamber's half-century of dedication to our community's prosperity. To all of the Chamber leaders, past and present, congratulations on 50 fantastic years and for all you do for our community. Without further ado, no, there's one more thing to say. This is not part of the script. Growing up, my father used to teach us a lot of quotes, and one of my favorite, he said that the dream is free, but the hustle is sold separately. And so we all dream of achieving something big. Maybe that was it for the commerce, but the hustle that each individual has put together for the last 50 years cannot be quantified. So thank you once again. Now I'd like to turn to the script. Without further ado, I'll return it over to the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce. Matt Souza, please. Thank you.
Thank you. I love that. The hustle is sold separately. Thank you, Deputy Mayor Pobey, and thank you to Mayor Robertson and the City Council for that proclamation. It means a great deal to have the city recognize this milestone with us. The business community in Shoreline is as strong as ever. And at the Chamber of Commerce, it feels like we are always working on and looking forward to what's next. But as we arrive at this momentous 50th birthday for the organization, I wanted to take a little time this evening to look back and acknowledge how far we've come. In August of 1976, more than 110 charter members came together to establish the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce. Shoreline was not yet a city. The name Shoreline referred largely to the school district. But those business owners believed this community needed a common table and local businesses needed a common voice. So they built both. Over the years, the chamber connected neighbors, supported entrepreneurs, and advocated for people who created jobs and served customers here in Shoreline. It also became an important voice in an effort that led to Shoreline's incorporation in 1995. A lot has changed in these last 5 decades for this strip of previously unincorporated King County. Last year, Shoreline was the 6th fastest growing city in Washington state, and that trend is sure to continue with the recent addition of the Link light rail stations. But the Chamber's purpose is remarkably consistent. Connect people, help businesses grow, and make sure local employers have a voice in the decisions that shape our future. As a volunteer-led organization, we do that through luncheons and ribbon cuttings, business education and advocacy events, like the 3rd annual Navigating Success Forum coming up on October 7th, that you should all sign up for, and partnering with the city on community projects like Shorelights. None of that happens automatically. It happens because a business owner stays after a meeting. It happens because a volunteer makes one more call. It happens because someone decides they want to give up their own time and energy, often at the expense of their own business, to help others succeed. That is the real history that we are celebrating here tonight. 50 years of people choosing to show up for one another. So, if you have ever served this chamber as an officer or a member of the board of directors at any point in these 50 years, please stand and remain standing. These are the people who organized the luncheons, balanced the books, found the sponsors, welcomed the new members, and kept this organization moving through recessions, a pandemic, and countless leadership transitions. Some are with us tonight, and some are no longer with us. Every one of them helped build those of us who currently lead the chamber what we inherited. I want to specifically call out the past chamber presidents, Dr. Tim Norton, Jack Malik, Laura Grauer, Kevin Barrett, Cindy Ryu. Am I missing any others? I want to thank all of you for your service, and you can take a seat. Thank you. We will continue to make sure that the Shoreline business opening its first door, the nonprofit stretching every dollar, and the established employer planning its next investment all know that they have a place at the table, and they do not have to figure it out alone. That was the promise more than 110 local business leaders made in 1976. It is the promise we carry forward tonight. May the next 50 years be defined by the same courage to begin, the same willingness to serve, and the same belief in Shoreline. Here's to the next 50. We now turn to the Chamber's awards, which recognize the members and community organizations doing this work alongside us. To present the Community Partner Award, please welcome our Vice President, Emily Jones.
Thank you. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for choosing to kick off your weekend with us. I'm Emily Jones. I'm the Executive Director of the Shoreline Senior Center, but more importantly, I'm the Vice President of the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce, and I am incredibly pleased to present the 2026 Community Partner Award. This award recognizes an organization that works with the Chamber to support local businesses and strengthen the wider community. It honors practical collaboration, useful programs, shared resources, and consistent support that helps businesses succeed. Excuse me. As I introduce each nominee, I will ask the representatives from that organization to stand so we can recognize the people behind the work. Do I do this one? First nominee, Irons Brothers Construction. Irons Brothers Construction has been based in Shoreline since 1999. Joseph and Melissa Irons and their team specialize in design, build, remodeling, and aging-in-place solutions. The company has built free wheelchair ramps through Rampathon since 2006. In October 2025, the team also joined more than 100 volunteers to plant 64 trees at Paramount School Park. Will Joseph and Melissa, oh, you're already standing. Are there any other representatives? All right, and let's applause one more time. So everyone stand up from Irons Brothers. Next up, we've got Shore Lake Arts. Shore Lake Arts began in 1989. Hey, I didn't ask you yet, Laura. Sit. I'm going to ask you at the end. You can stand the whole time. Okay. So, Shore Lake Arts began in 1989 when local volunteers formed an arts council to serve Shoreline and Lake Forest Park. Since then, it has invested more than $8 million in the community, including $2 million in arts education, and has served more than 500,000 people. Programs such as Concerts in the Park, the Ridgecrest Art Walk, and the Winter Art Market bring people together and bring visitors to local businesses. And I didn't realize. Will Executive Director, she's standing, okay, Arts Education Manager Nancy Malik and Board President Armand Michelin, and anyone else from Shore Lake Arts, please stand so we can sing their praises. All right, next up, we've got Shoreline College. Shoreline College opened in 1964 and now offers more than 100 degrees and certificates. It serves more than 8,000 students from across the United States and more than 50 countries. The college is also a major local employer with 950 employees reported in fall 2025. 27% of its students are the first in their families to attend college, and the college awarded $467,278 in scholarships in the most recent year reported. Will Shoreline College President Jack Kahn and Rebecca Chan and anyone else representing Shoreline College here tonight please stand? Thank you. And now that brings us to Shoreline Tool Library. The Shoreline Tool Library opened on Aurora Avenue in January 2024. It offers pay-what-you-can memberships, thousands of tools to borrow, a reuse materials store, classes, and monthly fix-it nights. At those free repair events, volunteers repaired 242 items last year and kept nearly 2,000 pounds of material out of the landfill. Demand has grown quickly, and the library has expanded from 12 open hours a week to 30. Will Peter Schmalzer and anyone else representing the Shoreline Tool Library please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Each of these four organizations makes a measurable contribution to Shoreline and to the businesses that serve this community. We are grateful for every one of them. Okay, so I want drum roll. Okay, the recipient of the 2026 Chamber of Commerce Community Partner Award is, oh, and he put it right here. Uh-oh. Like it's sealed. It's like the Academy Awards. Okay, all right. The Shoreline Tool Library. Give it up. So, could you come on up here? Can you tell me with this? All right. Stunning. Okay. I know. And you are welcome to make any remarks you would like to make at this
Yeah?
point. Yes. You get
Okay.
about 90 seconds,
90
though.
seconds.
Okay, all right.
90 seconds. I'll keep it brief.
Boom.
Okay. I'll keep it brief. This is a surprise, and thank you. We very much appreciate being nominated. To me, and I started as a volunteer at the organization. I'm a member of the staff now. This is actually about the community. This is actually about the community. This is Shoreline doing something for itself. I can give you some numbers, and I'll be quick to illustrate my point. We have 4,800 households who are members. We have made 18,200 loans this year. There have been 124 classes with 558 attendees. And this year the community has donated 20 tons of tools and materials to us. But most importantly, it's about the volunteers. We're a volunteer organization. Last year we had 247 volunteers donate time with us. It's the middle of August and we've had 250 as of this morning. You can't get time back. It's about the volunteers. Is that my 90 seconds? All right. Well, thank you very much. The staff is just going to be overjoyed.
Okay, so thank you to Emily for announcing the Chamber Community Award winner, and congratulations to Shoreline Tool Library for taking that honor this year. I am Amy Bolson. I am the owner of a human resources consulting practice in Shoreline. I'm also the secretary for the local chamber board. All right, so let's see. I'm going to introduce the nominees for the 2026 Shoreline Chamber of Commerce Awards. The Chamber Award recognizes a chamber member who leads by example, takes initiative, contributes time and effort to the Shoreline community, encourages others to participate, and communicates with respect. We have 3 nominees. As I introduce each person, I will ask the nominee and their family members or guests to stand. So nomination for the first is Kevin Barrett. Kevin is a certified leadership coach, founder of True North Professional Development, and the Chamber's past president. During a major leadership transition, he mentored the incoming president and vice president and helped maintain continuity across the organization. He's also led the evaluation and launch of the Chamber's new website. His long service has been steady, practical, and focused on the Chamber's long-term success. So again, thank you, Kevin, for your service. Our second nomination, we've already talked about a little bit tonight. Perfect, thank you. So Joseph Irons founded Irons Brothers Construction in Shoreline in 1999. On the chamber board, he led the update of our bylaws and helped restart the Economic Development and Government Relations Committee. Outside the chamber, he's led teams building free wheelchair ramps through Rampathon since 2006 and has helped local children build more than 1,500 birdhouses at community events. Joseph, family, friends, and colleagues, please stand. Again, thank you for your service. And our final nomination is for Doris Taylor. Doris owns Moonshine Wellness, brings more than 20 years of experience as a registered nurse, and serves as the Chamber's communication chair. She managed Chamber communications through 2 website transitions and consistently made the case for paid staff support. Doris identified what the organization needed, kept the issue moving, and continued doing the work until the Chamber was able to hire. Doris, friends, family, please stand. Thank you for your service. So Kevin, Joseph, and Doris have each given substantial time and effort to the chamber. Their efforts have been different, but the result is the same: a stronger organization and a stronger business community. We are proud to recognize all three nominees. And now we're going to do the drum roll again. Okay. I want you to know Matt kept the winners very, very private. Okay, and the winner is Kevin Barrett. Oh my gosh, it is very heavy.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you to the Chamber Board and to the Chamber members. I can't say enough about being a member of the Chamber. Absolutely love the Chamber. If you're not a member, you should be. I also want to recognize Doris and Joseph as very, very worthy candidates for this award as well. And so thank you very much.
Thanks, Kevin. Okay, and with that, I will pass the program to Council members Keith Scully, Laura Mork, and Annette Adamasu.
Good evening. I'm still Councilmember Keith Scully, and we're actually going to be joined by 4 of us total. Councilmember Mork is divided, and she is now both Councilmember Mork and Councilmember Valerie Snyder. So, yeah. And let me clear the stuff off the script here so I can see what I'm supposed to be saying. It is our honor to be here to tell you about some amazing leaders in our community. They were nominated for their commitment to anti-racism, diversity, equity, and inclusion, serving our community through their actions and participation, encouraging and inspiring others to get involved, and contributing to the city's growth and development as a welcoming place for all.
I'm Councilmember Mork, and this year we wanted to do things a little differently. We collected so many phenomenal nominations this year that we decided to dispense with the differentiation or unintentional hierarchy that comes with categories. So although the nominations came in with some categorization, there was plenty of overlap. So this time there is no youth and young adult designation, nor is there a Mayor's Special Award or Lifetime Achievement Award, because all the people you see listed, everyone in this room with an honorary ribbon on your name badge, you are champions in our book.
That's right, Councilmember Mork. And I will point out that whether you were a nominee this year or in a prior year, we tried to get that honorary ribbon on there. If we missed anyone, please let us know. After collecting nominations in March and April of this year, the Awards Selection Committee met to review nominees submitted in the categories of Community Champions, Youth, Young Adult Community Champion, and Volunteer of the Year. The Awards Selection Committee was made up of Mayor... Turn the page. Betsy Robertson, City Manager Bristol Ellington, right next to me, PRCS Tree Board Vice Chair Amy Marshall, and Planning Commission Chair Leslie Brinson. Out of 15 phenomenal nominations, the committee worked hard to identify 4 award winners for this year's event. It was a robust discussion, and they honored our request to keep this thing manageable, so you have them to thank for doing the hard work of reviewing the nominations and carefully considering criteria. After that, all this year's nominees were invited and recognized at the State of the City in June. In a news release including the full list of nominees and in social media, Spotlight posts featuring some of the moving tributes offered about them by nominators. Highly recommend reading if you need a dose of uplifting positivity. The nominators and committee did their job. Now it is up to us to try and keep on schedule and get you out of here on time.
See if this one's right. Tonight, we are honored to introduce the 2026 Community Champion Award nominees. Go for it.
You're it.
Wait, for Scully?
No. So you read that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Mork too.
Yeah.
Snyder. These individuals make Shoreline more connected, welcoming, and a resilient place.
Nominees, please stand as your name is called.
Darnisha Bowman, who I unfortunately did not see present tonight. But she has been a powerful catalyst for entrepreneurs of color, incubating Black-owned businesses through her Small Business Saturdays and the Black-owned business marketplace she created as part of Shoreline's Juneteenth celebration.
Kate Ledbetter. Through DestinationShoreline.com, Kate amplifies BIPOC-led businesses and fosters belonging and cross-neighborhood connection.
Jen Belcourt. Jen leads Shore North Co-op Preschool with deep intentionality, ensuring families from all walks of life feel supported and included. Thank you.
Shelly Anderson. I am striking out tonight. Oh, there we go. On the back. There we go. Awesome. Welcome, Shelly. Yeah. Shelly advances food equity through the Twin Ponds Food Bank Garden, growing culturally relevant produce and welcoming volunteers.
George Buswell. Is George here? George is a steady pillar in Richmond Beach, organizing the repair and replacement of beloved public art and showing up for community events with quiet dedication.
And I know Cindy C. Wilson is here. She's seated right here. Cindy has spent years restoring Northcrest Park, engaging neighbors, students, and volunteers, and caring for the natural environment.
Sarah Kennedy. Sarah champions inclusive events and civic engagement, mobilizing neighbors to advocate for equity and community well-being.
Marina Early. Marina welcomes new neighbors, supports immigrant families, organizes gatherings, and assists elders with everyday needs.
And seated right here is Hannah Berg. Hannah enhances teen center programming with cultural authenticity and fosters meaningful youth engagement, helping create inclusive spaces for all teens.
Guru Dorje. Guru expands equity learning circles, supports housing insecure students at Shoreline College, and builds bridges between community organizations and county services.
Oh gosh. Christina Yaktos? Yaktos, sorry. Thank you. Christina creates inclusive mental health spaces for teens and operates supportive programs, including art groups and a teen food bank.
Allison Durr. Allison builds solidarity networks supporting immigrant and people of color neighbors through coordinated mutual aid efforts and neighborhood organizing. Thank you.
Betty Lynn Brown. Betty Lynn's decades of civic education, environmental stewardship, and neighborhood activism have shaped Briarcrest into a connected, engaged community.
And Jill Rogers. Jill co-founded Art for All and leads inclusive theater, fitness, and community programs that celebrate adults with developmental disabilities.
Thank you all. And now we come to a very special part of tonight's program. You've heard about all 14 of our remarkable honorees, but as the committee shared earlier this year, 4 of them were selected for special recognition as this year's Community Champion Award winners.
The other Mork. Thank you, Valerie. Each winner has a short video highlighting their impact. As the video plays, you will realize it's your name being announced. We would love for you to make your way to the front of the room. Thank you.
That's right. Once the video finishes, we will present you with your award, take a quick photo, and then, only if you feel so moved, give you the opportunity to share a few words.
And with that, let's begin.
Jill Rogers has volunteered and worked with people with disabilities in Shoreline for 28 years. She is a licensed recreational therapist, a home care aide, and a co-founder of the nonprofit Art for All, which focuses on creative expression for adults with disabilities. From personal experience, growing up with a brother with Down syndrome, generally the world around him is focused on his limitations. And Jill and Art for All are always focused on what is possible, what can we build together, how can we better express ourselves and communicate so that we can learn more about each other. Jill is curious about people. She wants to understand people better, seeing people beyond their disabilities as whole people that contribute unique strengths to our community. And it's beneficial not just for the participants of Art for All, but also their families and the greater community. Inclusivity benefits everyone.
Come on up.
Thank you.
Of course. What did you come over here? Yeah. Would you like to take?
Thank you. This goes to all the special needs families, especially the parents. A lot of you probably don't know them because they're not taking pickleball classes and recreation classes on their own because they're still bringing their adult kids to my classes that I've been teaching in this town for 28 years. So, thank you.
And now our second award winner.
Shelley Anderson has been a driving force of this community garden since its inception. We donate about 2,000 pounds of produce every year to the food bank and to the senior center. Shelley was instrumental in our crop plan, making sure that we were providing the kinds of produce that will be well received in the community. Shelley has an incredible wealth of knowledge about plants, and she is happy to teach people and stop and help and talk to you. She's just very inclusive. That's a place where people come to be outdoors and to get their hands dirty and to grow their own food to the best of their ability. Some people just come and water. Some people just want to come and weed. We have a space for everybody who wants to come and be in the garden. This garden would not be the way it is today without Shelley. She has spent countless hours and effort to make it a welcoming place for people to come, to garden, to volunteer, and to contribute to the community.
Photo. Yeah.
Photo.
Would you like to speak, Shelley? And for our third awardee,
Guru works with folks for a high school completion program here at Shoreline College. He's providing wraparound services for students when traditional high school is just not the right fit for them. And so this program provides tutoring, support, and services to help the students get to their high school diploma the best way for them. He thinks beyond the four walls of his own program. He's in constant engagement with people who can make change, and he's able to quickly identify who is going to move this work forward. Guru really brings a focus on equity and justice. He's really looking at the most marginalized in our communities and trying to find a way forward for them. The straight path that's been taught to us is not always the way, and there's many ways to get to the same destination. Equity helps all of us, so if you start from the most marginalized, then it brings up everyone else.
why don't you present it? Why don't you present the award? Yeah. Almost ready for you. Gives you more time to think about your remarks.
Yeah.
Moving for the pictures. Right there.
I'd like to thank my wife. I'd like to thank all of my children, and I'd like to thank the thousands and thousands and thousands of young people, which I actually counted, that have come into my orbit, and I've gotten the great joy to be able to support. And the greatest lessons that I ever learned, that I hope all of you probably know, is that the real base of reality is good. No matter what anyone tells you, no matter what, it is actually good. And any good that I've ever done in my life is because of the demands of love, which I've been hearing here when we haven't actually said the words, is because of and anything that I've done wrong is because I haven't lived up to it. And so I hope that we can all remember that, and we can always remember that even those that we don't like, we should be loving them. And we will find a way through, and that's what Rebecca was talking about. I always start with that. We work with housing and those things. It's like people say you can't get it done, but what does love demand? And we'll figure it out. Thank you.
And finally, our fourth and final
Community Champion Award winner.
Hannah is a youth outreach leader at the Shoreline Recreation Center. She brings a lot of youth in. Hannah makes everyone feel included and just like they're a part of whatever is going on. No matter who you are, she will find you and talk to you, and she will bring you and invite you to do things around the Teen Center. She makes people feel seen, and she makes the Teen Center a warm and welcoming place. Hannah feels like someone you've known for a long time, even if you've known her 5 minutes. She is just someone you feel like you can let go with. She just brings you out of your shell and makes you feel like you're not alone. Because around this age, being alone can be a big thing, and feeling alone can also feel awful. And if you have someone around you who doesn't make you feel like that, it's a very heartwarming and lovely experience. And it makes you feel like you can be yourself.
Hi. I was actually really surprised when I heard I was nominated at first because I didn't really realize. I kind of just, I live my life. I like to make people feel included because I have personally felt on the outskirts of people at times, and I do my best to make people feel like I'm not, against them or their enemy or something. And even in the last few years, I've had my own problems with friends and community, and I feel like I really found my space at the Teen Center, and I'm kind of a yapper, so I kind of just force people to talk to me sometimes. I'll see a kid sitting on the couch, I'll be like, "What's up, dude? How's your day been?" So yeah, I feel like it's kind of a personal thing for me to help people feel included and to help people feel like they have community and people they can talk to. So yeah, thank you.
Who's got the mic? Matt, you're in the hole. You're on deck.
Where are? Great. I'll do this one. Great. Thank you. Thank you, council members. As you may remember, I'm Matt Souza, president of the Shoreline Chamber of Commerce. And before we close, I want to offer one final word of gratitude. Please join me in another round of applause for everyone, for tonight's honorees, nominees, and award recipients. Every person recognized tonight saw a need, chose to act, and brought other people along. Some built organizations, some strengthened neighborhoods, some opened doors for young people, entrepreneurs, artists, families, and neighbors who needed an advocate. All of them made Shoreline stronger. Thank you as well to our partners at the City of Shoreline. The Chamber began serving this community well before Shoreline was incorporated, and 50 years later, this event shows what is possible when local government, businesses, nonprofits, and residents work from the same table. At the beginning of the evening, I said that Shoreline is stronger because people here notice what needs doing and stay with the work. Tonight gave us proof. Let us leave with the same spirit. Make an introduction, support local businesses, volunteer for projects, and thank the person whose quiet service might otherwise go unseen. Please stay and enjoy the food, the drinks, and everyone's company. Honorees and elected officials, please follow our photographer, Hannah Connaughton, outside into the lobby for a group photo. Thank you for being here, and we will see you tomorrow at Celebrate Shoreline in Cromwell Park.